Hello and welcome back to Football Scrutiny. Today we're going to be taking a look at the game between Juventus and Inter Milan, specifically looking at the way that Inter Milan tried to play out against the Juventus press. Sarri set his team up in a 4-3-3, Ronaldo lining up on the left, Higuain in the middle and Douglas Costa on the right. In the defensive phase, Douglas Costa would move into midfield and then they would create a four-man midfield and a 4-4-2 system. However, in the press, they lined up like this. Let's put the Inter Milan players in and we can start to see the way that Inter Milan would try to step out from the back from the goal kicks. So with the ball here, we've got the back five in and around the penalty area and one of the centre-backs on the edge or even sometimes inside the penalty area. And one of the pivots from the three-man midfield would drop either side of Higuain and therefore giving the goalkeeper two options, either to play into the pivot or into the centre-back. In the example we're going to talk about now, he's going to give it into the centre-back. And when that happens, the central striker Higuain will then come and press, and the ball is then just given back to the goalkeeper. Higuain then presses the line of pass, as so many strikers are taught to do, and that then frees up the centre-back to be able to play the ball into from the goalkeeper. So it either comes into here, and then they can turn and play forward, or they then just bounce the ball into here if Cristiano Ronaldo comes and presses from this side, and they've got a free play out into their fullback where then they've got space to be able to move forward. Of course, if the left back then jumps out, then you've got 2 against 2 in the defensive phase. So that's the way that they lined up. Let's take a look at a couple of their playing out from the back. Here we can see the line of 5 players from Inter Milan all in and around the penalty area, creating 5 plus the pivot here, a 6 in this area, and those 6 will be playing against the 3 centre forwards from Juventus. We've got Ronaldo, Higuain and Costa on the edge of the box. So in this example, the ball has been passed from the goalkeeper into the pivot, and at this moment here, that's the moment for Higuain to come from this position into press him and then move in, start pressing the line of pass into the goalkeeper. When that happens, also we can see that Douglas Costa is getting ready to come and press. This centre-back will also move out into these positions here. And Ronaldo now will be responsible for either pressing this centre-back here, or if the goalkeeper elects to pass out into the other centre-back, he'll be responsible for this as well. It's likely that the 2 wide midfielders in the 3, Ramsey will be required to press into here if Douglas Costa makes a move into there. Likewise, Matuidi, who's on the opposite side but out of view, would come in and press here if the ball is passed into this centre-back and Ronaldo is required to come and press. Okay, so in this moment here we can see that Higuain has come and pressed this passing lane, preventing a pass coming back into the pivot. However, the idea now is that this centre midfielder here, the idea is that this centre-back here is now free. So there's always 2 passing options for the goalkeeper. If Ronaldo prevents that pass from coming into here, then he's got a free pass into the opposite centre-back who can then play out. So that's the idea of Inter Milan playing out from the back with 6 players in and around the penalty area against the 3 from Juventus. So with that ball now being passed from the goalkeeper into here, a simple offload into the pivot space, and he can then move forward and play out. So that's 3 players broken from that pass. He can either play it into the wing back on this side or into the centre midfielder, either this side or this side, behind the midfielder from Juventus.